whole board full of goblins here. They think they're safe. They think they're safe. I can see this a mile away. They're gonna zombify their Valgavoth, and they think that they're safe here. But when I swing in on this Valgavoth, because they're tapped out, I'm just gonna burst lightning my own creature. We got the goblins. They're all here. Burst lightning. Let's go ahead and give them a laughing face. I don't feel bad about it just because they've roped me. So I give them a little laughing face. Burst lightning onto our own creature, our own Squee. Sorry, buddy. But guess what? They give us a nice, and they know that Valgavoth is not dealing combat damage in the goblin's turn. Ladies and gentle mages, civilians across the multiverse, welcome back to another episode with Man and Man, and today we got a juicer for you. So today we're bringing back a beloved tribal, and we're going into standard goblins. That's right. All right, so let's establish what we kind of got going on here. As a premise, this deck, a lot of times goblins can be a little bit more combo-y, mid-rangey than just all-out aggro, and I don't think this is any sort of exception. So let's go ahead and establish what we got here. We got Krenko, the mob boss. Obviously, create 1 red goblin creature tokens, where X is the number of goblins you control, and it is an activated ability, so naturally we are kind of gravitating towards that Agatha Soul Cauldron type of thing. And if it is into the graveyard, then of course you got the Soul Cauldron. Now let's kind of establish the premise of the deck. We do kind of like artifacts, and we also kind of like, there's so many like different like weird subsets, like sub-themes of the deck. We also have Breeches, Eager Pillager. This is a Goblin Pirate, so we also do want Goblin Pirates, which I'll get to here in a second. Whenever a pirate you control attacks, choose one that hasn't been chosen this turn. Treasure token, can't block, and then you have like an impulse draw, which is very, very nice in like the later game. But when you do have a pirate you control attacks, this is a little bit weird, but we do have plenty of pirates to kind of make this work. Choose one that hasn't been chosen. We do have 4 Firebrands here. Now this card is a lot better than I thought it was. Now, not only can it just deal 1 damage to any target, which there are a lot of like the mere flyers that have like 1 toughness, so it's a lot more relevant. But we do have buffs as well. So obviously just having like, you know, a 2/2, or if you got more than 1 kind of buff creatures here, you do have like 3/3 haste, which is like just really good, honestly. So this card's really, really good, and of course it's a pirate, so it's a natural 4-of. Now I think these are 2-ofs. The Goblin Tomb Raider does have haste if you control an artifact and has +1/+0, and then the Reckless Lackey also kind of helps out because it has an activated ability with the Agatha Soul Cauldron, which is pretty relevant. The Agatha Soul Cauldron, you want as many outs as humanly possible, or as goblin-y possible, I guess you could say. But we also have Kellan. Now Kellan, I guess technically this isn't tribal, technically, because this is a human fairy scout, but Kellan is here because it's just like a good card. Now it is legendary, so I'm only running 1, but with the activated ability kind of fits in with the theme as well, and Kellan's a new card from Foundation, so welcome aboard, partner. Of course, we do have a Dropkick Bomber. Now, Initially, I had 4 Dropkick Bombers. Of the goblins you control get +1/+1. I think this is the Hordemaster, but a little worse, to be honest with you. It's still a good card, but that other part that's really relevant, gains flying whenever this creature deals combat damage, sacrifice it. That's a pretty significant drawback, but it can create, it can allow you to go forward with flying. You can go over creatures, kind of finish for lethal. You can also create blockers, which is also relevant because there are a lot of blockers in the meta nowadays. So the Dropkick Bomber is good. I just think like it's not good enough to displace like a Krenko or a Squee or anything like that. So let's go ahead and get into Squee. We all know Squee. Squee is really nice, and of course we do have the Scrapwork Mutt, because we do like the artifacts. We have like artifact kind of combos here with a Goblin Tomb Raider and with Krenko, the Baron of Tin Street. Sacrifice an artifact, put a +1/+1 counter on each goblin you control, and whenever an artifact is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, you may pay red. If you do, create another goblin creature token, it's going to gain haste. So this is a nice little way to like buff up your board even further. I'm not gonna lie, this is a little bit, this Krenko feels kind of weird. Like it always feels like kind of like, it feels like kind of like a Hordemaster or a Bomber, because you're just essentially the +1/+1 counters are not getting +1/+1, so you can do it over and over again. So that's why I only run 1. Don't get me wrong, I love this Krenko, but just run 1. Don't run like 3 or anything like that. I personally wouldn't, but hey, I'm not telling you what to do. And then of course Squee with the Scrapwork Mutt. If you don't go for the Scrapwork Mutt to discard the Krenko to get the Soul Cauldron into the graveyard, you can always go for Squee, and then Squee can just come back later anyway by casting 4 and exiling 4 other cards, which is not very hard, honestly. So this is the deck here. The only one, I don't spend a whole lot of time on the sideboard. I am going to give one shout out to like a little quirky card here. Vengeful Possession, just because obviously you have that gain control of target creature. It's really good versus like those demon decks that just get really big, because we don't really have any other way to get around it other than maybe like Breeches or something like that, make them can't block. But a 6/6 flyer, which is like the annex or like anything, or the Archfiend or anything like that, that is when this thing comes into handy. And then you can discard a card. If you do draw a card, discarding like a Krenko or a Squee, etc., etc., we do get value out of those discards here. So I do think this is one of those quirky cards that does deserve a special shout out. But speaking of shouts, a special shout out to our brand new Mana Rock. Let's give a shout to the Mana Rocks here. The Mana Rocks are the patrons and the YouTube channel members that do help out the channel financially, and it just means the absolute world to me. So let's give a warm welcome to Clementine. Hopefully I am pronouncing that correctly. Brand new Mana Rock, welcome aboard. Your support means the absolute world to me, and I just want to give a big, my goblin heart just extends out to you. It means the absolute world to me. I don't even like really advertise this as like a perk of like being a Mana Rock, but you can always just like, you know, send me a message here and see what you want to be played on the channel, and I will definitely, most likely 99.9 repeating percent of the time, grant that request. So whatever you want to play, just let me know. If you do not want to become a Mana Rock, that's completely fine. Make sure to join us in the Discord. The Discord is growing every single day, completely free to join, and you can talk to us about Magic decks, single cards, collector boosters, anime, whatever you want, and you can join for absolutely free. But do just keep in mind that only you, yes, you, can help protect the Aether with me, so make sure to leave a like on the video. The button looks just like this. Without further ado, let's get ready to vanquish some enemies. Alrighty, so we got the double mutts. Hopefully we do not have the double mulligans, so hopefully no double mulligans here. I'm gonna keep this. I think I'm gonna get rid of the Goblin Trash Raiders because don't really have too much artifacts. I don't want to get rid of the Krenko, but then again, you know, we have the Scrapwork Mutt into the Krenko, so we don't have our Soul Cauldron, but that's kind of the theme here. The rest, they're gonna get rid of it. Torch the Tower. Don't really love it unless it's going to be Golgari. Golgari, if they have like the whatchamacallit, if they've got the Dread Knight, that could be a little bit annoying, but we want to get the Krenko into the graveyard most of the time. Plus, we've got the other Krenko, so the spirit of Krenko is still with us. Alright, so we are actually, hey, you know what, hey, we're okay, this is going to be Golgari. Man, black is just in a really good position right now. There's like Dimir, Golgari, Dimir. I mean, any sort of like black is like really, really good right now, I feel like, but we do get the Krenko, better of the Chin Street, which we can use to sacrifice. But I think ultimately it's just better to do this and go in for Torch the Tower. Get rid of the Bronco, alleviate ourselves from any sort of potential anxiety. If we do top deck into a land, we can start going in for Krenko, and then maybe sacrifice the Mutt, you know, artifacts, and all the like. So Surveil Land on turn 3 does help us out quite a bit. If they do go for the Hordemaster, I've gone that Hordemaster. We don't really have a horde of goblins, considering that we only have one. Is one goblin a horde? I don't know. But nevertheless, there we go. Alright. So we do get the land, which is not a blank. We still can make the absolute most out of this. Krenko, the Baron of 10th Street. Typically, I want to go for the other Krenko most of the time, but if we can get this Krenko to go, here we go. Alright. And because we do have haste and we got that one red left over, I'm going to go ahead and do this. I don't think getting the damage in with the Mutt is that worth it. I think we want to expand on the board here a little bit. And actually get a horde going. No horde for us. It's going to be the Hordemaster, but at least we get the end of the, I think that was a Kellan, but whatever. Alright, it's still not the end of the world here. We still get our little goblin here. And a little bit of a buff. And the Hordemaster is still good. And like I said, with that Scrapwork Mutt, it's kind of like the glue in the deck. Dread Knight, honestly not that big of a deal. It's kind of worried about like a Shelly or something. A big Shelly would be really, really nasty. Come on, fingers crossed. Give me a Goblin. Goblin? No Goblin. Alright, no problem. Torch Tower is still pretty good. I really do wish the Scrapwork Mutt gave you that +1 if you do cast it without the whatchamacallit. I'm gonna say no, just because I do want to see if I can if I chop into a land, I might want to go and discard, because you don't get to draw if you don't have a hand with the Mutt, so it's a little unfortunate by the way it's worded. It's not like the fear of missing out. Just no Shelly, nothing too big. Oh, that's actually not that bad at all. They do get a little bit of card advantage, but they do help us out. Now we got a Squee. All right. I think it's pretty obvious. But you know what? With Squee, we actually can go for the Scrapwork Mutt. I think this is actually a little bit better, because now we get a little bit more damage, and we want a card to discard, and then we also have the Squee that we can use next turn. I think that was a little bit better. We use the Scrapwork Mutt, but again, we need a card to discard. And Squee's like the perfect card to discard. Oh, we don't even need the Squee. Let's go. More Krenkos and more Mutts. That's kind of like what we like to see here. So in the opening hand, not too much to it. Oh, baby. All right, we've got the Cauldron. We've got the Cauldron. We're looking good here. Mutt, Krenko, Cauldron. If we can just get that going, I think we got it right here. So as long as they don't blow us out of the water too quickly. Dread Knight, and actually it is pretty nice that they use the Dread Knight to draw rather than just place it down. but even if they did, we got to torch the tower. But let's go right for it, baby. Scrapwork Mutt, ditch this old Krenko, and we can start building up the board here. Now we do get the Witchstalker Frenzy, just in case they do drop a nat. Well, maybe. I was supposed to say, maybe we could, oh, look at the Cauldron. I guess that makes more sense, but if they do have, you know, a big scary Shelly, a big scary demon, we can go ahead and just frenzy it down. But Torch the Tower is the perfect answer for the Dread Knight, so that's always nice. And we're just going to play them. They're tapped out. I don't have to worry about sequencing here, so whatever. Alright, Goblin. It is worth noting with a Goblin, you do always want to play it down after combat during your main 2. Like I said, they're tapped out, so whatever. Got 3 Goblins. I got a Hordemaster. And we can still go for a Witchstalker Frenzy. So I think we're looking like relatively okay here. So go for the throat, unfortunately, but such is life. I don't think we're looking that bad, though. I really don't. I would like to get another land here. So we really don't have... Again, we're running into the same problem as last match. We don't really have that Horde. We have a Hordemaster, but I don't know if we've got a Horde, so... Let's go ahead and use the proper sequencing here. Searslicer Goblin. And even if they do want to kill it, like I said, we do it after combat. So then now we still get the 1/1. So we still get our Horde slowly but surely getting going. Underground Mortuary, sure. It is kind of funny that they reprinted the temples despite the Surveil lands being like basically strictly better. Kind of weird. More the merrier, I suppose. So Mosswood Dread Knight again. I don't... Can a Bronco? All things considered, this is not really that devastating. There we go, baby. We got the Cauldron. Okay, Cauldron. Oh, baby. Cauldron with the Krenko. We've got it. We've got the combo. I'm not even going to waste time. Let's drop the Cauldron. All right. So if I do this and go for the Krenko, this seems to be like the most obvious thing. They kind of know it's coming, right? I guess we'll put it on a Goblin itself, and then we can just kind of pop it. So let's do that. I think we'll just wait. Obviously, I don't really love the Bronco swinging in, but... Ooh. Oh, that sucks. Damn. Okay, that actually sucks. I would assume they're going to kill the Cauldron now. We'll at least get one pop. We at least get one pop from the Cauldron. Or not the Cauldron, excuse me, rather than the this Krenko. But we're going to lose that ability once the Cauldron goes away, which is pretty unfortunate. It's not the end of the world, though. And then, oh, they're going to take the Bronco and saddle with the frill back. Okay. I guess it's the frill back. It makes sense. You got to saddle it. So I think I am... We'll just let it go, I guess. I mean, we're going to put a pretty big hurting on him this round, so... Maybe I just want to go straight offense here. We go Hordemaster. I mean, we do have a Horde now. See, now we do have a Horde. Swing on in, and I'm just going to go for it. It's not really great not... You know, just killing the Dread Knight and letting it come back, etc., but this is a decent swing in. They go down to 6. That's a pretty good swing in. We do have the Scrapwork Mutt, but that is not going to have haste, unfortunately. Ooh, that might be your downfall. Using that to draw, instead of just going in for the actual creature, might be the downfall. See, they're not there. I mean, unless they have like 2 forms of removal, they had a cut down and a go for the throat. No, the rest is not going to do it. Take a good peek. Take a good peek. 1 card left in their hand, and we take it. Let's go. Rundvelt, hello. Got a Squee and a Mutt. I think we'll keep this. Scrapwork Mutt. Well, that was a mulligan. Let's go ahead and get the opponent the friendly mulligan. Hello. Everybody who's a friend when you take a mulligan, because those things suck. And if I did catch my eye in the corner of my little eye here, I don't know if the opponent did take a double mulligan, which is quite unfortunate for them. But I've been there, done that, so let's see what they do here. We got the Scrapwork Mutt. As long as you have like a Squee or a Krenko, usually you're pretty good here. Oh my god, we're gonna take a free dub? I mean, I'll take a free dub. It's not really exciting, but I'll take it. Alright, so I guess we found out our answer. That is a double mulligan. And here's a single Goblin, but, I mean, alright, I don't know if the opponent's playing, but we'll see. Oh, okay. I was gonna say I saw the hand being highlighted, so okay. But that is actually wild. How much time they? I know I always complain about it on this channel, but it's nothing new. I'm still gonna complain about it. I'm gonna get rid of a Burst Lightning here. I think I do want to just drop down the Squee on turn 3. So you have Breeches anyway, but whatever. Goblin Tomb Raider gets a little bit of a bump from the Mutt. Hopefully, I don't really mind. Like, whatever. I'm an understanding hero, I suppose. You know, if you got something going on, okay, as long as you keep playing from there on forward. If you start roping again, that would be so annoying, but at least we do have a Cavern of Souls. I'm just gonna go straight in for the Squee. I know we do have a Breeches, but, like, most likely they're sitting on removal if they are Dimir, so I'd rather go in for Squee. Because if they kill Squee with, like, a go for the throat, they couldn't have used that on the Mutt. So I guess not, because they do let Squee go through. I would say an Anoint with Affliction would be very, very devastating. I think a lot of Prankster, they actually go just for the mill. So this is what? Oh, this is just like, what, reanimation? I see Zombify. So Zombify, well, we don't have to worry about that for at least another turn anyway. But, Breeches, I mean, whatever they Zombify, and I mean, I'm not too worried about this. Over the little Flood Pits. Quite slow, if I'm being frank, so not too bad. There's a Vagavoth, so now we have to be a little bit careful here, but I'm already seeing like 3 steps ahead, and I don't think we're in any sort of trouble here. I think we're gonna go in for Breeches. I'm just trying to map out which one I want to use here, because we only actually have one Goblin Pirate. So let's go and swing in. We're gonna get a nice little Squee trigger as well. I guess we might as well exile, see if we can impulse draw a land, which we do, which is actually quite fortunate. But even if we didn't, we still had a land in our hand so that we can hold this Burst Lightning. But yeah, I think we're going to take this, though, because I'm going to tell you what they're going to do. They're gonna, this is actually really funny. We got our whole board full of Goblins here. They think they're safe. They think they're safe. I can see this a mile away. They're going to Zombify their Vagavoth, and they think that they're safe here. But when I swing in on this Vagavoth, because they're tapped out, I'm just going to Burst Lightning my own creature, and we're going to prevent that lifelink by killing our own creature. My turn, sure. Alright, doesn't matter. We draw a land, but guess what? It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. I'm swinging in, baby. We got the Goblins. They're all here. And I guess we can... Let's just get... It doesn't really matter. Let's just go ahead and swing in here. We'll keep Breeches back, because if they do block the Breeches, I can't kill the Breeches. So actually, I can't Burst Lightning my own Breeches. Well, actually, I could, because I could kick it. Never mind. It doesn't matter. Burst Lightning. Let's go ahead and give him a laughing face. I don't feel bad about it just because they've roped me. So I'll give him a little laughing face. Burst Lightning onto our own creature, our own Squee. Sorry, buddy. But guess what? They give us a nice, and they know that Vagavoth is not dealing combat damage, and the Goblins take it. Round 2, fight. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna keep this. I know it seems insane, but we do have a Scrapwork Mutt. As long as we can get into our second land, we should be okay. We should be okay. We're on the draw again. That was another million. Wow. But I don't do this ever when I'm on the draw. When I'm on the play, you have 2 draws. Oh, there's one. All right, there's one. So we're already into the nervous territory here. But like I said, we've got 2, right? We got 2. As long as we get into 2, then you have the Scrapwork Mutt that discards and fixes your hand again. It's definitely risky. It's definitely risky. Do your thing. I'm not even worried about what they're doing. I'm worried about having to top deck a land here. So you have 2 draws, right? So if your deck's like 1/3, you know, it's like a little bit better than there we go. There we go. My goodness. Hey, I'd rather be lucky than good. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little nervous there, but we take it. So whatever. Now we're going for the Scrapwork Mutt. We still have to find our 3rd land. So I'm just not really sure what I want to discard here. I think it would have to be a Breeches just in case we do get flooded entirely. And there we go. Now we got our 3rd land, and now we're sitting pretty. Now we're sitting pretty. Let me know in the comments if you're watching this and you're like, that's a weird move. I think you can get away with that with the discard on the draw. If you're, like I said, if you're on the play, never mind. I'll stop blabbing about that though. We got Kiora, the Rising Tide to worry about. I don't have removal, so once they discard 2 cards, they should have enough for the stupid octopus. And there's a Vagavoth to reanimate. A little nervous here, but thankfully I could get greedy here. I already got greedy. So I'm not gonna drop the Breeches. I'm just gonna go for the Soul Cauldron, just because they're going to most likely try to reanimate this, and this is going to activate the Goblin Tomb Raider. This is fine. Well, we can always go for the Soul Cauldron to block. So let's do this. This is a little weird. Maybe they get a little bit too comfortable. Come on, you know you want to block the Firebrand. Oh, they do not, unfortunately, but it's okay. Okay, let's just do this, whatever. I probably would just exile the Vagavoth. Nah, I probably would have. If they would have blocked with the Kiora, then we would have traded the Kiora. That would have been the best case scenario. They're going to do Into the Flood Maw. if they go for Into the Flood Maw, they have to pay for it. And if they pay for it, they're not going to be able to go for a Zombify if they had it. So, that's fine. I guess we'll take our little fishy here. It's not a big deal. That's fine. On our way out, let's do this. They do have 2 Vagavots here, so that makes me feel a lot better that we get that they can't pay for a Zombify. But unfortunately, and I mean this is really unfortunate, Hura is going to create an 8/8 octopus. Yep. Ouch. Here we go. Oh god. All right. Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and alleviate ourselves from the octopus. Is it octopusi? Octopuses? Octopusi? I don't know. I don't know what it is. Either way, it's not a good thing to see. Found in the 3rd path. Another moment of truth. This is the moment of truth. Getting a little nervous here. Considering I don't have any removal. And even if I did, like a Witchstalker Frenzy, which I'm not really packing right now, that 8/8 is looking very devastating. Alright, I don't think there's too much to worry about. I still want to get down the Soul Cauldron. Just in case they do have that Zombify lurking. And then we can go kind of wide here. Alright, let's not attack. I don't think it's really worth it to swing in. Just Leroy Jenkins in there. I don't think it's really the move here. Are we doing? Okay, they actually helped us. They actually helped us, milling us in for the Krenko. Because now we can Soul Cauldron our own Krenko. Thank you for milling me. That was very nice of you. I guess we can just... I don't know. I'm gonna let this go. I guess the fish isn't a goblin, so we might have been better to just block with the fish. Because that doesn't really help our Krenko stuff if we're going to do that. Oh, my turn? Let's go. Okay, Soul Cauldron. Let's do that. Krenko, the mob boss. Here we go. Now we're going to get our little trick again. This is what the deck's all about. I guess I'll give it to the fish. Sure. So they want to kill the fish. Okay, that's unfortunate, but it is what it is, whatever. We're still going to be able to have the Krenko nonsense go off, so we just kind of have to take a chill pill. We'll kind of regroup, regather. It's fine. Alright. So now I can go with Dropkick Bomber or Breeches. I think Breeches is still better, especially because we do have a full, and I mean a full 3 pirates. So we got a little bit of a sub-theme here, the Goblin Pirates. It does feel weird running Breeches and Goblins, because it feels more like a pirate card to me, but nevertheless, it is a Goblin Pirate, so... Excuse me. Alright, I guess we'll leave one open. And exile top. If we do spike something really cool here, that'd be kind of cool. I did screw up the sequencing, obviously, because I didn't impulse draw the land, so that is, that's definitely a mistake here. Put down... Well, okay, well, you know what? If I go for the Cauldron... No. No! I could save it. I could save it! But if they do get that Zombify, because let's say they have a Zombify, they just need a land drop. I could never live with myself. So I'm just gonna save it. It's fine. All right. So now I think that was the best move here because now we can go for the Soul Cauldron. At least pop a 1/1. That's fine. If they do this again, they have to pay for it. So now they can't Zombify, no matter what. Even if they did have a land here. So I think it probably is worth it to do this. And it doesn't matter exactly what we take. I am going to take the Vagavoth. Just it'll alleviate future anxieties. But now we fizzle. We fizzle that. And now we can still block with the Firebrand. So whatever. Duress. I guess I may as well Burst Lightning if this is going to go away. Might as well just Burst Lightning your face. Sure, take a good look at my little bomber. And you know what? I think I could probably take this. I don't... Maybe I'm getting a little greedy here. But let's not do that. Okay, that's fine. We do lose out on the Krenko board building kind of aspect here, but I think I'd rather be a little safe than sorry. I don't know. We don't have to. I don't think so. So we do have 2 pirates now. Yeah, I think it's fine, right? Let's at least just swim it with you. Maybe we want to get like an impulse draw here. I am missing out on a little bit of damage because I didn't go in for the bomber, but I don't know what I can have here. Okay. Probably should have just dropped the bomber anyway, because I'm like, what can I top deck? The Cauldron is a complete blank, so let's just go for the bomber. Kind of mess up the sequencing there, but whatever. Don't think it'll be end of the world. The Dropkick Bomber, it's worth noting, you can actually make these goblins fly on your opponent's turn, so they can actually block like demons or whatever, which is like a little less relevant than just swinging in for like oh wow, okay, well that'll work. Narin, hello. Well, we got a Scrapwork Mutt and a Krenko. You already know we're keeping it. Blue and red, huh? Guess we'll drop down. Let's go for a little Kellan action. I know Kellan is obviously not a goblin, but it just kind of fit the theme in terms of like the activate ability. I like Kellan a lot. In a red mid-range deck, I think Kellan's wonderful. Alright, Fanatical Firebrand, big fan of alliteration on the channel, you may have heard. Let's go ahead and straight for our Scrapwork Mutt, see if we can find that Soul Cauldron, because we got a Krenko here. So get rid of the Krenko. Yeah, I don't know how to do it, that'll do. What are we playing here? Otters. We're playing Otters. Okay. We are swinging. I guess we could. I don't know. Oh, that was hold on. That was actually a misclick. What just happened? Hold on, that was a misclick really bad. Okay, whoopsie. Now they go for Pearl of Wisdom. That's actually kind of unfortunate. That was genuinely I'm gonna have to go back and look at that and see what happened. I think I accidentally just clicked no blocks. My cursor was just off a little bit, but can't cry over spilt milk here. I think we're fine here. We got 19 life, whatever. Let's swing in. Alright, so whatever they got here. Otters, there's like a million different ways to play Otters, so you know what? Screw it. We've already committed to. Just come on through. Come on through, little Otter. Blazing Crescendo. Alright, that's a little... Oh, I forgot they actually cost one less. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we're dead. Oh my god, we're dead. Oh no. Oh man. Alright, Otters. Hey, game on. Otters versus Goblins live on pay-per-view. Don't miss the rematch. Don't miss it. Alright, Otters, game on. Let's try and get this back here. We got 2 Torch of Towers, so no matter what happens, I think we're looking a little bit better here. This Firebrand, man, this Firebrand is a lot better than I thought. I remember this back in the day. Way back in the day, the Firebrand was, man, I don't even remember. Was it like the original Ixalan set, maybe? I don't remember. I don't remember, but it was on Arena a long time ago. Let's go for the Hordemaster. Get a little extra damage here. But, like I said, it doubles up as a creature, and it also can just, like, that 1 damage is so much more relevant than I would have thought. There's a lot of 1 damage or 1 toughness creatures in the meta. Not a lot, but, like, especially, like, versus Demir. Picking stuff off is really, really nice. Founding of the Third Pass. Oh, they're actually running the Slick Shot show-off as well. That is pretty interesting. So this is definitely more like a mid-rangey, explosion-y is-it deck? That's interesting. So maybe it's not even really Otters. Maybe it's more just like mid-range, explosion, Slick Shot show-off thing. Okay. Founding the Third Path. They go for the Burst Lightning on you. Not that big of a deal. See if they want to take away the bigger damage, because you do have to be worried. I am putting damage on the board. Kind of figured, though. It's fine. Fingers crossed here for a Goblin. There's a Soul Cauldron, but we don't have a Krenko or anything super crazy here, so it's fine. I think we're just going to pick this off. I mean, yeah, we bust the treasure, but, like, whatever. We're going to get more back here, so. And then we got a Hordemaster. We got more treasures. Ooh, this is actually going to be really good here. Going in for the Hordemaster, we are going to get a treasure token, and then we just go in for the Goblin. The Slicer Goblin. I think we're looking pretty good here. Even if, ooh, well, no, we're fine. I'm already getting ahead of myself, but I think we are looking pretty damn good. And let's go in for, yeah, let's go in for the Goblin. I think it's still a little bit more potent. We lose out on the value here, but getting another Goblin like this, I think, come on. I mean, realistically, if they have Brotherhood's End, we don't have to worry about that. Oof. That is an absolutely gorgeous hand. This is exactly what we need. Cauldron, Krenko, and a Mutt all in one hand. That's just pretty much as good as it gets. So hopefully we can kind of make a little bit of magic work. Storm Chaser's talent, not a big deal here. You draw into some removal, which is very, very nice. So we didn't have any removal other than that, so. They do, okay, well, you know what? They do go in for this. I know that's going to be scarier later in the game, but I really want to I really want to get my, like, Mutt down on turn 2. And then on our turn 3, like, we have all of our stuff here, so... I know this is, like, really, really risky, but, like, whatever. Whenever it's, like, pretty close, I'm just going to do what's better for the content. And I think going into this Cauldron nonsense is going to be a little better for the content. There's definitely a good chance we get, like, Twinferno'd again, but whatever. Stormcatch Mentor, sure. Let's see if we swing this time. I think, let's not misclick this time. No misclicks. No misclicks today. We get rid of you. That's kind of nice, because I don't really care about the Mutt that much. Sorry, Mutt. Alright. We do have another... The Reckless Lackey is pretty nice here. I think we'll just go in for the Soul Cauldron and then just hold up the Burst Lightning, maybe. But then we don't have a creature, so, like, I mean... Yeah, I guess it's fine. The only problem with the Slick Shot Show-Off is... I guess, yeah, probably this. The problem with the Slick Shot Show-Off is it instills that fear into your mind. So now I wasted mana. I could have had this Reckless Lackey now, which, like, it's not really the end of the world, but, like, it just puts that fear into your mind. Alright. So I always want to make sure I have at least one left open now. We kind of committed to holding up that Burst Lightning against the Slick Shot Show-Off. Call it Goblin. Don't want to misclick that. So I guess we just Dropkick Bomber. I mean, it's pretty boring. But I can't... Again, the fear is in my mind. They just absolutely obliterated me with a Twinferno. So, what is this? Deals 3 damage to each creature and each Planeswalker. That's actually not a problem, because I just Cauldron. I get up to 4 toughness. This isn't a problem, right? No. So I will have to do the Krenko now. That's fine. I mean, well, actually the Mutt, but whatever. I could do the Mutt. Nah, it's fine. As long as we have at least one more to do, I mean, that's actually fine. This is largely ineffective. I don't know if they kind of didn't realize what the Cauldron does, but kind of did nothing. Okay, that works for me. And we get more removal. It's actually, man, this is actually looking pretty good here. Go for the Reckless Lackey. This thing is like, I'm only running 2. I don't think it's really good in like a, you know, whatever, 4 of. I think 2 is like the magic number here. So, I don't know. This is actually kind of a weird spot, because I do want to make use of the Krenko stuff here. I guess we'll just swing with you, because I want to keep the Scrapwork Mutt in the grave if I can help it. So then let's keep the Bomber to make more thingies. So they're not even interested. I don't know what they're doing here, because the Slick Shot Show-Off, the fear is beginning to lift off of my shoulders, because oh. Just as I say that. Just as I say that. They got another one, but nevertheless, let's go in for our Krenko. Bam, and we get 2. I know it's not like a crazy amount, but like I said, every single turn, this is going to get nastier and nastier. I guess we'll just pick off one of your things here or whatever, might as well. As long as we've got to torch the tower. I mean, you know what? I actually could do this, right? Nah. It's close. That was really tempting. It was really tempting to go in for the Reckless Lackey. Let's make sure we go for the Cavern of Souls here. We may want to get more of the actual red source here, so... I guess we get rid of a land here. Oh, we get a Scorching Dragonfire, so that's actually pretty good. So let's swing in with you, you, and you. Bang. Bang, bang. I think we're looking pretty damn good here. So now the Bomber. We got Burst Lightning, and we got Torch the Tower. Invasion. Oh, okay, so Invasion of Karsus. That's... I mean... They're all gonna go bye-bye. No, we can do this. We can do this. Let's get rid of the Scrapwork Mutt. We can't get, you know, whatever from the graveyard, but at least we get to save our Lackey here. I think that is worth it. I could go in for the, you know, the Krenko nonsense or whatever, but ultimately it doesn't matter. They all get swiped anyway, so let's just wait. So go for the Show-Off. Hold on, why'd you go for the show? I guess that makes sense, because they would have gotten killed by the Karthus thingy. Now they're... Okay, now they're on here, but I don't really care that much. I have 2 forms of removal, so even if they did protect it somehow, Monstrous Rage or something, I think we're still okay here. So this is without paying the mana cost. Scorching Shot. I think we're looking pretty okay here. Yeah, Resolve, sure. Let's go ahead and get a free 2 Goblins. This will die, unfortunately. But now they have nothing in their hand. So now we have just, yeah, we're good. I think we're looking good here. All right. Those show-offs are not going to be showing off anytime soon. We get rid of actually both of them, which feels absolutely amazing. I don't think we're looking too bad here. 20 life, they give me a nice. Thank you very much. Hey, we'll go ahead and get my... I don't have my cup here, but thank you very much. Thank you very much. I want to keep my removal, so I guess we'll just do this. Guess we'll go a little bit bumped up here. Let's swing in with one, because again, we do have the Krenko. We can just wait on their turn, right? I don't want to go for the Cauldron premature in case they have something going on with this founding of the third path, or they crank up the talent. I'd rather... That's fine. I think we can rock with this. Like I said, we're not too worried about this. We're gonna swing in with this. We're not that worried, right? Let's go for the Dragonfire. They have nothing in their hand to prowess to save it, so whatever. My turn, sure. I thought they were gonna maybe do the whatchamacallit. The Soul Taker's Talent or whatever the hell. That I'm drawing a blank here. The class. But they're not doing it, so I don't really have to worry about that. Whatever. No hand, so I guess, we'll play it as meticulously as possible, but I think the beginning of the end for our opponent has not begun. So let's swing in everything except for one. We'll just do this, I guess, right? I think we're looking good here, man. So now we're going to get, what, 4? 4 more. Founding of the third path. They're going to get a Scorching Shot. Yeah, because the Karthus thingy, even if they did have it, is a battle. So they couldn't even sweep the board that way if they wanted. 5 damage to one creature. That's completely fine. I guess we might as well just do this while we... Commence the misplays. Hey, you know what? I'm a little bit out of it right now. Don't... Just... A little embarrassing there. I don't think it's going to matter too much here. Okay. Okay. I knew it. I knew they had to do this at some point here, so... I hesitated there. I'm really glad. I was kind of tempted to go in for like a Krenko or whatever like that, but I think we're fine. Alright, and a Breeches. Like I said, we're fine. Breeches, the Eager Pillager. And I think this is going to be it, right? We don't have a Goblin Pirate. These are just actual Goblins, which again makes it feel a little bit weird, but just in case they don't go in for any sort of Storm Chaser's Talent nonsense. Oh. All of that waiting for a monster land drop. That's kind of funny. So, okay, there we go. Big Bane Beanie. Hello, how you doing here? All right, well, looking good. Looking all right, I should say. This is we can rock with this, right? Got removal. Oh, that was a mulligan. Let's go ahead and give the opponent the friendly mulligan. Hello, everybody needs a friend. We need to get mulligan because those things suck. All right, let's do it, baby. Got a Burst Lightning. We got a little bit of removal here. We got a Squee for some offensive pressure. And some Krenko for some wide... Yeah, this is fine. We got Krenko for a little bit of wide state action here. Burst Lightning right onto Mr. Elf here. We're looking fine. Nothing to be scared of here. We do have a Krenko number 2. I do like this Krenko. This Krenko's pretty fun. Krenko's pretty cranky. But we got Baron of this 10th Street. I actually do have a... I don't want to say an Invisible Ink. Whatever the hell that is. Not an invisible ink, but like an alternative art from the collector's pack of Karlov. I know I got I bought collector's packs of Karlov Manor. What a set. I was hoping for a serialized card, but didn't get one. Unfortunate. Unfortunate, but such is life. We got a Squee here, and we're not looking too bad. Glissa is absolutely apocalyptically not good. That is pretty damn bad. So we gotta make a decision here. I'm assuming we're just going to have to take at least one L from this Glissa while we kind of set up here. I guess we could drop the Krenko. I mean, if it gets killed, then we're just looking like really, really bad. So I guess we might as well go for the Reckless Lackey. And then go in for like the, block the Glissa and then do that whole like thing. So we do have 3 mana left over here. If they do kind of... See, now I'm hanging out a little bit of buyer's remorse. If they don't have any removal, just dropping the Krenko would... Whoa. No swings? It's a little weird. It's a little weird to me. But maybe they are scared that I have like a Burst Lightning and then I block with the first... Man, okay. Okay, so maybe that was pretty good. I'm really surprised they didn't swing here, but that's completely fine with me. So I think at some point we're just going to have to drop down the Krenko. We do have a treasure token, but this Krenko just makes the board wide, so like fine. I can't go in for the Slicer Goblin, so I think we just drop you. There's no way around it. Like, we're gonna really have to set up here. Maybe I guess that sucks though, because my hesitancy might be the death of me. Because if I get this Krenko down a turn earlier, and they're still not swinging with the Glissa, which is a little interesting to me. It's pretty interesting. So we got Krenko. Alright, Krenko. I'm proceeding with extreme caution here. I guess we go in for the Goblin, because we want, if we're going to go for Krenko, not many times that you go in for a Krenko, and then just like, just, you know, whatever, activate the ability, but I guess we'll do this. So we do have 1 mana left open, so Krenko will get 5 Goblins. This Krenko will go off. We do have 1 treasure token and 1 left open. I can't swing in though. It would be nice to swing in with the Searslicer Goblin. Maybe I should have with Squee. No, I don't really think so. They just wall it. Like, there's really no point. So even if we do get that 1/1 on the back end, I don't think that's worth it. This flying creature is going to be the problem though. This 6/6 flying demon is going to be quite problematic, but now at least if they do want to swing in with the Glissa, we can just block it off. I'm a little confused as to why they're not swinging in with Glissa this entire time, but I guess they're kind of worried about like some sort of like Stampede type of ability, I guess. Another one. Oh, that's not great. Can't lie to you, that's not great. All right, well at least we do have the Krenko. Yeah, down to 8 or whatever. I guess we'll just do this now, whatever. Let's sacrifice our 1 lonely treasure. Let's create 1 red. Or, sorry, take 1 red. We're not creating 1 red. Auto pay, sure. And this is a decent little move here. We get another Goblin, and we buff up the entire board. If we top deck into some removal... Ah, it's not removal. I'm already kind of mapping this out here. Damn, if we had a way to give all of our Goblins haste... We could win with Krenko, because we could generate so many Goblins, but I think we're just kind of cooked here, because on the back end we're not. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and swing all. I haven't even really done the math here, especially if they have any form of removal. We do have a pretty big board here, but I think we're just gonna be toast. They didn't go in for the demon. They left open 2 open mana, so I'm assuming they have some sort of like, you know, go for the throat or something like that. But they have the 6/6 in the air, and the Annex are going to like take us down to 0 next turn anyway, so might as well just have a little bit of fun here. Or a cut down, yeah, whatever. Still some removal, so it's unfortunate. I haven't really done the hard math here, but there's no way this is going to be lethal. Unfortunately, our Goblins are going to go down. I think I could have won here if I didn't hesitate in the early stages and got the Krenko going a turn earlier. So that is unfortunate. That is unfortunate, but we'll go ahead and clank him up here. We got to execute our plan, but it didn't work, so good game.